Howdy, and welcome to TBK Homeworld. And in this video, we're going to be going over this Ryobi USB Lithium heated seat cushion. So let's just talk real quick about what this is actually set up for. This is going to be able to warm your badunkadunk whenever you're out at a sporting event or you're at a child's event or something like that, and you're going to be in a situation where you have a cold bleacher. You can put something like this under your derriere and keep it warm. But actually something like this would work really good in vehicles as well. If you're one of those people who like to have cushions up underneath you, you could put something like this in there and then even have some additional heat to it. So let's go ahead and open this and let's do some quick testing on this to see just how well it actually does. So this is the kit, and it's going to include the heated seat cushion, which is model FVT51, and it also has the power source, model FVP01, and this has two battery cells that go in it. This is the typical USB lithium battery cells that'll go into a little compartment that's going to provide heat for this. There's three modes on here. We have a low, medium, and a high. Ryobi is claiming run times on low of 5 hours with a temperature of 110 degrees. On medium, it will run for 3 hours and 30 minutes at 130 degrees Fahrenheit. And on high, it will run for 2 hours at 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the really nice thing about this additional power source that you have with this is it also charges devices. So you can hook up anything to this and use it as an external power source. And I really appreciate that they put thought into that. So some of the items that you're going to get with the kit, first of all, the instruction manuals, then you're going to get a USB-C power cable. You're going to get 2 of the 2 amp hour batteries for this. This is the USB Lithium. I really like these particular versions of the battery. If they have this little button on it, 1, you can tell if it's charged or not, but 2, you can actually charge with this directly. There is a USB-C port at the top. You can connect that up to, for example, your phone or a GoPro or something like that, and actually charge off of these batteries. So I really like the aspect of these, and you do get 2 of these batteries with this kit. Now, the other thing that's really cool with this one compared to the other ones is you actually have this portable system, and these batteries simply slide into this, and then you close it up and lock it down and you're good to go. On the top, you will see that there is a USB-C port that is on the top of this. Now, the cable that they give you does not connect to this. You cannot charge the batteries while they are in here. If you're going to charge these batteries, you have to pull them out, connect up your USB in order to charge the individual batteries, or you can get one of the 3-port chargers and charge it through that. Now, this is going to be 5 volt with a maximum of 3 amps coming out of it. So you don't have to just limit it to this. You can actually fully use this as a portable battery charger. So if you have one of those phones that is the latest and greatest, but it is power hungry, you can actually use this in a bind to charge something like your phone. So it would work very well for that. But remember, this is an out only. It does not allow charging in. The other thing with this little system, whenever you're done with this system, pull the batteries out. Do not leave them in here. This is always on standby. If something is not plugged in, it's going to be on standby. Standby mode means that there is a slow drain on these batteries. So the Ryobi recommends that you remove these and store them outside of the container, and I'm pretty sure that is probably why. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple of other new batteries that are fully charged real quick. Love my little US General toolbox for that. By the way, I wouldn't mind having one of these in the nice Ryobi green. That'd be really nice to have. But anyway, we have these all charged up, so we're gonna put them in, lock it down. Now, on our cushion, we have a compartment on the side that we can unzip, and if we look on the inside, we will find a nice USB cable. So we can take that USB cable, we're gonna connect it up to our charge system here. So now we have power output going to this. So now we can turn this on. Just gonna tuck this into our little pouch here and zip it up. So in order to turn this on, it's not a tap. We have to press and hold. And as we press and hold, it will kick on and it will turn red. Red is the hot mode. After it has turned on, and it's very difficult to see, once we have it on red, if we press it again, orange is going to be medium setting. And then if we press it again, it will go to white, and that is going to be the low setting. And we can actually see that on the box. They have color coordinated it for us to let us know what those different settings are. Now, in order to turn this off, it's going to be the same method as turning it on. You're going to press and hold the button, and then you'll see a slow fade. And that slow fade will let you know that it is shutting itself off. Ryobi, one of the things I would like to see you change on this, you have 3 little nifty icons across the bottom, but they all light up. They're all red, or they're all orange, or they're all white. They need to light up at the intensity. So not only do you have the color, but you also have the icons, making it a little bit easier. Because some of us have a hard time distinguishing between the red and the orange. It all looks like the same color to us, and so that now becomes difficulty for us to notice what the temperature difference is. Now, while I'm letting this heat up here on the low, I'm going to go ahead and give a quick tour of the system. Well, first of all, it has a very nice carrying handle, and it has been appropriately stitched to the body. That part is very nice. We have the nice Ryobi logo on one side. If you spill something on it, it's supposed to be a spot clean only. Do not dry clean. Don't tumble dry. Don't do any of that stuff with it. Just do spot clean. So no machine washing with this. And the other side, we're going to have a zipper so that we can actually open it up. And on the inside, we can see that there is memory foam on the inside. And it is a typical density memory foam for cushions. Now, here's the cool thing. Memory foam only lasts a certain time. And after that, it's worn out. With this, you can actually buy a memory foam and put in here, so you can adjust this to your liking. If you don't like how stiff this is, or if it's not stiff enough, you could pull this out and replace it with something different if that's what you would prefer. So I'm definitely starting to feel some heat in here. Let me go ahead and pull out our temp gun here, and I'm going to shoot on the back. Kind of varies a little bit, but we'll call it 70 degrees. And on the front, where our heated portions are, we're definitely up there. Let's move it around. There's an 80-degree spot, 82. So 82 looks like it's going to be the high, and that is going to be on the low setting. Now, if we look at our box, we'll see that it's supposed to be at 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, it doesn't surprise me that it's not showing that, because we're hitting on the cloth itself. This is going to be measured at the wire. So you have to understand there is going to be a difference here on our numbers. Let's go ahead and sit on this, and let's see how this actually feels on our rump. Okay, for this test, I have gone ahead and laid down a 2x here. That way I have something actually firm as opposed to the cushion. Firmness of the cushion is good. I like it. No issues at all. I am not feeling the board underneath it, and that actually surprises me because the board is smaller than the cushion. So I would expect to feel some irregularities, but I don't actually feel those on my butt. And wow, is it warming up my rear end. Wow. Being in Texas right now, considering we were at 95 degrees today, this is not pleasant for me with how warm it is at the moment, but it definitely works. For those of you who are in the north, I definitely see where this would be very, very useful. And you know, those Friday night lights here in Texas, this could actually be a huge benefit during some of those really cooler winter months where we're out there playing football and watching it. So I definitely enjoy it. I definitely feel the heat, and it's nice and comfortable. No issues with the cushion whatsoever as of this moment in time. But let's go ahead and crank this thing up. Now, I'm not going to sit on it because I'm already starting to sweat with how warm this is on my rump, but I'm going to go ahead and crank it up to level 2. We're going to see what that looks like as far as the temperature gun, and then we're going to take it up to the hottest, and we're going to see what we can actually read on the surface. Again, understanding the limitations of where we're taking those temperatures at. If you look, there is a white layer that's on the inside, and that is the side where the heating elements are going to be. It's just on the other side of that, and we can take our temperature gun and shine it up in there. And as we move it around, you see that I float in the upper 80s, mid 80s, and there's a couple of times where I actually hit the 90s that are in there. It's very difficult to get the thermometer to actually read on it just because of the way that this type of system is insulated in here, but I definitely feel a lot of additional heat. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to high, which is gonna be the red. So as we can see, it is definitely increasing on temperature as it sits there. there. It does take a little while to get there. Now, one of the nice features, whenever you first turn this on, you're gonna notice the light is flashing at you. It's gonna be rapid heat. And the first mode that it goes to is hot. Then you take it to medium, then you take it to low. So whenever you first turn it on and it's flashing, it's letting you know I'm in rapid heat mode. I am trying to get you there as fast as I can. So my initial thoughts on this is it's really stinking nice. I like the features that are on here. And if you have a car that you drive around in the wintertime, you don't have heated seats, something like this may be the perfect thing to make you hold onto that car for a little while longer. Having that heated cushion in there could make the difference between an unpleasant drive and a pleasant drive. If you're a rancher and you have a tractor and you're out doing work in the cold, something like this could keep your rump very warm, especially on some of those old John Deeres and old Fords that have just the metal seats. Something like this, one, would help add some cushion to it, but would also add some nice warmth to it. Now I'm gonna keep on using this, especially as we get a little colder here in Texas, which means we might drop 5 degrees over the next 20 days. And I will test it over our winter time here, and I'll let you know what I think of it in the coming years. If you want to see a follow-up video, please leave it in the comments below. We love hearing from everybody from around the world, and we love having all sorts of people comment. Even somebody from Ryobi, Japan called me out for saying it Ryobi because I'm from the South, which really just tickles me and makes me laugh. But thank you very much for leaving all of the amazing comments that you do. We really appreciate it. Amazing comments like this one. Thank you very much for leaving that comment. And remember, keep your tools sharp and your batteries charged. We'll catch you on the next one.